day. I almost burned my bacon this morning, and then I managed to burn my arm. I'm so... Just gonna eat and get on. 2 fried eggs, a little bit of bacon, mate, and supplements. Might be talking about this morning. Remind me. Oh, it's a horrible, horrible day out again. Just horrible. So, finally going back out to volunteer again today. Back at the bird rescue. I'm beeping. Back at the bird rescue. It's been a couple weeks. So this morning, and when I was eating breakfast or showing breakfast, I mentioned something that I wanted to talk about. And I guess it's the I'm not perfect concept. I don't think anybody is ever perfect. I think they can make a perfect picture, but nobody is perfect, especially when it comes to diet, nutrition, health, fitness, whatever. Nobody is perfect. And if they are, they're probably letting something else in their life slide. When I'm really, really good at nutrition and fitness, then I usually am missing on other fronts, like my career front or something else. It's very hard to fire on all cylinders all the time. I've noted that lately, especially watching my vlogs and editing, I eat a lot of bacon. And bacon's probably not something you should eat every single day, and I eat it probably 5 days a week at least. It's fairly salty. It is fairly high in omega-6 fatty acids. I don't eat a lot every day, maybe 1.5 to 2 ounces tops. But as a whole, bacon on an everyday basis is probably not a positive. I'm not perfect. As I do these vlogs, my goal is not necessarily to show this is the ideal diet, this is what you should do. This is more of, hey, this is what I do. It works for me. I'm not perfect. And relax. Enjoy it. Enjoy the things you love. Don't go overboard. Don't obsess. And end up where you feel comfortable and what feels right to you. That's kind of my point of doing these daily vlogs, is to show the realism of really living to where you feel better. If something isn't working for you, make any changes that you need to make. Be aware, but don't obsess. It's never going to be perfect. And that's something it took me a long time to accept, I think. I think I was always striving to be better. And I do want to be aware and make changes where they're needed, but I also don't want to be constantly beating my head against the wall trying to make things just right. Because there is no just right. There will always be something I'm probably missing or not doing. Relax. It doesn't have to be perfect. So that's my 2 cents for the day. So let's go off and enjoy the day. Go help some birds in need. In the next 24 hours, I am likely to have a new addition to the house. So get ready, because there could be some kitten overload. I apologize now. I'm enjoying some mate. I'm starving and it was my compromise. I'm gonna go home and eat in a minute. You fat cat hair on you. Imagine that. Alrighty, quick shopping breakdown. We've got 3 dozen farm eggs. Love it. So happy to get out there. She had little chicks she showed me, and I didn't realize it, didn't have my camera with me. But a bunch of baby chicks. Let's see what else. After my discussion about bacon this morning, it was on sale. I figured it was meant to be. I needed more bacon. Some ginger. And some chicken. I'm going to be cooking these for my new cat that is coming while I transition her to a raw diet. That's it. Tonight I'm probably going to make salmon cakes from that Everyday Paleo cookbook. All I was missing was ginger. Quick late lunch. We have leftover stuffed pepper and my mate I mentioned earlier. Alrighty. Dinner tonight, I'm going to attempt from the Everyday Paleo the salmon cakes with a ginger mayo. And then I'm going to do some type of, I don't know, cabbage salad to go underneath. Not quite what the recipe calls for, but I'm gonna try and add a little more flavor. So let's see how this goes. I'd have to say one comment about this book that is a negative is their descriptions. And I won't show you the recipe over here, but like it says 3 cans wild caught Alaskan salmon. Well, what size cans? This would be like the tuna size cans, but it also comes in big cans. So I'm assuming it's this size. Okay, mess made, mayo done. This is a pretty easy mayo recipe. This is something I will keep. I will say this. 1, it calls for a teaspoon of sea salt, and I only put in 3/4 of a teaspoon, and it's still a little too salty. And number 2, I use double the recipe's ginger, fresh ginger grated, and it still just doesn't seem very gingery. So I may have to kick that up more a notch later on. So less salt, more ginger. Otherwise easy and outside of the dishes, simple. Made a cabbage salad of sorts. It's got cucumber, red and green cabbage, or purple and green cabbage. A little olive oil, balsamic vinegar, pepper, and I couldn't figure out what else I was missing, so I added some ground celery seed, sorry. So it's not too bad. I could use something else, but I can't figure out what else to put in. There we go. Salmon cakes, cabbage with a ginger mayo. So here we have my almond butter banana frisbee experiment. These have pecans and raisins. They seem to have turned out. I'll get a recipe up once I perfect this a little. I'm gonna start trying to do outros, since usually it just is a cut of me. Dexter, say goodnight. Thank you. I did way too much cooking today. And way too many dishes. And those are my banana frisbees, grain-free. I'll work on the recipe, I promise. It's pretty much ready to go. I just did a little dash of this and a little of that, so I really kind of need to do some measurements. So I will do that. But I tried the salmon cakes, salmon patties from the Everyday Paleo cookbook. Ginger mayo, super plus. That was easy to make and made a lot, so I need to figure out how to use that over the next few days. And was really, really good. It kind of made the salmon cakes, the ginger mayo. All right, time for bed. I have to go to the airport in the morning and get my kitten. So I'll see you tomorrow.